Hello, guys. Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of This Is Us. Before we start today's topic, the first thing I want all of you to do is subscribe and also hit that bell in order for you to receive notifications for when next we go live. Now, we're ready to start. Today is a very special day. It's a very special day, as we're all aware, as it's Valentine's Day. However, to some, it's just another day. So before we continue our topic, or before we start the topic, which is Valentine's Day, yay or nay, I'm going to introduce you to our panel. So we have G,
Hello.
we also have Jude, and we have Tyler.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hi, guys. Okay, and I'm your host, Dee. So today, everybody's been celebrating Valentine's. As I said earlier, some maybe not. For the mere fact of some see Valentine's as a day just like any other day, a day where we show love, which we should be doing on other days, a day when we show friendship, which we should be doing on other days. For me, I woke up this morning and I was blessed. I woke up this morning to a plate. It was breakfast. Breakfast was brought to me in bed. But I have to say, my husband normally would bring breakfast to me on a Saturday morning, which he did.
Oh,
But he also chose today to do it as well. So he topped up what he normally does with what he was going to do today. So I'm going to ask Tyler. Tyler, is there anything you did differently today?
yes
You know
is
what?
the answer.
I can't even lie. My wife. I think my wife's watching this evening. Do you know what? I'm not a fan of Valentine's Day. I'm not a fan. I'm gonna put it out there.
Oh,
I'm not a fan. I'll tell you more as the conversation goes on. But I did
Okay.
do something differently today, and I think as of today, my whole view on Valentine's Day has actually changed. Weirdly,
what happened?
I don't. What do you want to speak about this now,
Expand.
or you want to come back to this? I don't know. Like what?
You can, by all means, if you
I'm
feel that it
impatient. I
goes
want to
on,
know
please do,
now.
because we're here to conversate.
Do you know what? I don't
We're
know.
here to
I think
conversate.
one. Well, firstly, my pastor said a message today about Valentine's Day and about the old beliefs of it, whether it being like a pagan thing or not or whatnot, whatever. That was one side of it.
Yeah.
But he also spoke about us being we're in the world at the end of the day. We may not be a part of the world, but we're in the world, and therefore we should celebrate each other's love and celebrate our love, all that kind of stuff. And then I had a conversation with two good friends of mine, Auric and Siobhan, and we were talking about Valentine's Day as well. And you know what? It was just one of them things where it was like, even if I don't like the monetizing of it. That's what I don't like. But at the end of the day, my wife still deserves to be loved and celebrated on this day, because it's just that's what it is. It's like it's like Mother's Day, for example. You can buy your mum presents all year round, yes, of course. But on that Mother's Day, we choose to celebrate mothers. So on Valentine's Day, why not celebrate our partners? So you know
Sorry
what?
to cut you, Tyler, but before you continue, because we will touch on this, but I just want to sort of repeat that question though, which is, what did you do differently
I
today?
guess what I
So
did differently.
we want to know the exact thing.
Okay,
Details.
The exact thing is that I came home because I was out. I was out, and then when I came home, I bought some food, and I buy flowers in general anyway. So I bought one particular multicolored rose, and I bought a lot of food. And I came home, and I didn't buy a card because I thought if I
We
buy a
have
card,
Mr. Romantic.
I said the words. I said whatever I wrote on the card. I said it to my wife right there and then. I said, look, So yeah.
All right. So it was a live
I said.
recitation of the card.
People might start getting excited if I tell you what I said. You know what I mean?
we're all dudes.
Gee, did you? Well, for me, I received. So I said my husband made me breakfast. Then about 11 o'clock, I heard the doorbell go, and arrived a box full of roses, and there was a card inside with him saying the card had something saying his life would not be complete without me. Now, my husband's a romantic, as in every day, everybody that sees us together, they're just like they wish there were a fly on the wall in our house, because he is a romantic. But it's the little, I don't know, for me, as much as I'm not a Valentine's, it's the little things he does on top that I'm like, oh, Valentine's Day. So, G, I'm going to ask, did you, or should I say,
Yes.
what did you receive for Valentine's?
I'll spell what I received for you. N-A-T-I-C-E. D A.
Nada.
Nada.
Nada. Nothing.
Spanish, eh? Is that
But
Spanish or Portuguese?
I don't even know. But I must say, as a couple, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. I couldn't. I'm very indifferent to if I get something or if I know. Like last year, I know my husband arranged for flowers to be delivered on the day, which was nice. That I couldn't tell what kind of flowers. I think they were roses. I actually don't know. I'm not a flower person. But for me, it's just another day. It's not if someone makes a gesture, fine. If they don't, it's not the end of the world. I didn't do anything. I didn't get a card for anybody. I think normally I get a card for like my son, or I'll get my son to get a card for his dad, which I did last year. But because it's been so cold, I've not been out all week unless I had to, which was go to nursery and come back to my house. So I didn't get anything. I didn't receive anything. I don't feel any which way about it. But I did give myself a gift of doing my nails today myself. So these are my
I
gifts to
told you I'm
myself.
all for the self-love.
Yes.
I'm
So
all
I
for
did
that
that. I didn't
Yeah.
just press on the nails. I actually gave myself a luxury manicure, what I would normally pay, I don't know, £45 for. I found the video of how to do it on YouTube. I did it for myself. And I got the olive oils, the acid, something vinegar, the scrub, everything. Did it, pressed on the nails, put some lotion on it. It was nice. And then I called who I tend to call my best girlfriends, because I
Yeah.
think as a rule, I tend to call them on Valentine's Day anyway. So I called my sister, I called my first girlfriend, and then I called my second girlfriend. So I've only got two at the minute.
So you
So
kind of have a tradition already around Valentine's
She's only
Day.
got
So
two at the
you
minute.
celebrate it
yeah,
anyway.
I used to have one girlfriend for a very long time, but I've got a new one, and she's the bomb. She said she'll be watching, so I have to shout out. I don't want to get into trouble.
Got a new one.
Sorry.
You said you got a new one.
Oh yeah, she's not new, but she's new. She likes to think she's new. She's number one at the minute. But yeah, so once I've called those people, and then I called, and then it's actually also our pastor's birthday today. So for us as a church, it's a celebration anyway. So, my son and I sang him a song, some sort of happy birthday mishmash, did that, sent it over. And so I spoke to our pastor's wife. She's also a pastor. I spoke to her, talked about nails and everything. So for me, there's certain people that I call on Valentine's Day, but it's not.
You spent a lot of your day on the phone, G.
I did. That's why I was late, because then I had to charge my phone before I came on, because I'm like, I've used a lot of my battery already. And then, but yeah, it's just another day for me, because I'm quite good at keeping in touch with people that I really care about anyway. So for me, the fact that it gets commercialized puts me off, and same with my husband. But to be honest, if I kicked a fuss, my husband would get me something if I bang on about it like days before. But normally,
if you made a fuss about it,
if I felt like, but I just didn't have the energy.
Mr. Jude. Now, I've been paying attention to my social media, and I know that you spent some time writing some poetry.
So I wanted to commission you, Seth, to write me some.
Yeah, I'm up for job.
Do we have another romantic in the house?
I just did for somebody, so you can commission me. I like that.
Ah, good.
So, Jude, did you give anything for Valentine's today?
No, I did not. I absolutely did not, and I didn't get anything in return. But anyway, I got something in return, because I give nothing, so I got nothing in return.
Oh,
so that's it. Yeah, so yeah, exactly. I got something back. Yeah. Nothing different. Nothing unusual. Go on.
But you did give, because I read the poetry, and that's giving. You gave some lovely words of love, appreciation,
Exactly.
and that's another way of giving, even if it's not giving something that's been bought. So you did
Exactly.
give.
You're right. You're right. That's why I like the way what Tyler said earlier about it's just had a different mindset with regards to the whole Valentine thing. I wasn't that mood, so to speak, yesterday. I had a very long day yesterday with work and training, and it's the same thing today, work and training. So
do you think Valentine's is something you have to get in the mood for then? Do you think it's a mood thing?
No, I'm saying I don't know why I got. I'm saying I don't know why I got in the mood writing what I did. A lot of the things I wrote out yesterday.
Okay.
So I might just it might be because in the subconscious, a lot of people have been talking about Valentine and all the WhatsApp messages you see and things going around socials around Valentine. Maybe that just set the whole ball rolling for myself. Maybe that's what triggered what I started writing. But it's good that D, you acknowledge it as given. But I didn't see it that way. You see, poets are mostly most miserable people, if you know. And I'm very miserable. I should write romantic poems for my wife. Actually, all my life, I've only written one for her, and I've written more than 1,000. I've got a published
fair,
book.
I think most men write poetry when they're wooing a woman. And then once the hunting, as you call it, Jude, once the hunting is complete.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you there because this hunting tag now, is hanging on my neck so heavy.
It's your tagline.
No, it's no, really, it's not about that. I think.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. My husband came back from work today with 2 candles.
Tyler, thank you for supporting your brother.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
I said to him, "What's he doing with the 2 candles?" He said, "Oh, I'm not done hunting you." That was my husband's
word.
Oh my gosh. He said, "I am not done hunting you." He had the 2 candles, and I said, "Jude is rubbing off on you."
Listen, should a husband ever stop hunting for their wife? Come on.
No, they should not.
Just like the wife as well should still make herself.
Yeah, I think the wife should still do shakara. I still do it from time to time. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so do shakara.
Jude, so do you feel, because I've spoken about, I received the card, I gave my husband a card, he's got me flowers, we're going to have dinner late, but we're going to have dinner later on. But do you feel that Valentine's Day is now over commercialized? And that's to Jude.
I don't think along that lines. Tyler mentioned something earlier about the pastor. I don't know if it was the pastor who mentioned that he has a pagan history. That's incorrect because actually Valentine, it started from the church, St. Valentine. So it was a Catholic sort of celebration. And as humans, we always, and I think I'll go back to Tyler again, he mentioned about we give gifts and stuff to our mothers, but we still have a dedicated day to celebrate them. As humans, we can get caught up with life and chasing after life and forget these little things. So I think from time to time, it's okay to have that one day to say, you know what, put a stop to whatever you're doing. Let's celebrate this person. So I understand where Tyler is coming from, but over commercialized, I don't think for me, it's not the case. I think it's a Western culture, it's a Western tradition. Back home growing up though, it became something as young men growing up, you had to woo, not hunting. I think
Valentine's back home. I mean, I'm not as back in the day as you, Jude, but back in my day.
Back in the days, come on, you think I'm an ancient of days? I'm not
you're much older than I am. You were probably a teenager in the 70s. But back in my day, the Valentine's thing, if I remember correctly, was when anyone that had a secret crush on somebody, that was the day you would find out. No, you won't find out your secret crush, but you'd find a letter or notes or something, and then they'll sign it, your secret crush. And most of the time you don't know who it is. Or it was also the day that a lot of the boys would make the biggest gesture. Let's say there's some girl they've been hunting, wooing, or what, or trying to woo. Sorry. They've been trying to woo for a long time, and then on the day, that's when they'll bring the big teddy. I don't get that. The teddy,
I brought the big
everything.
Card. They had to use wheelbarrow to carry my
Those
card.
Big cards, girl,
and still she refused my card. Now you know why I don't like
that. I think it was, I can't remember, one of our Nigerian artists bought his partner a car, a Range Rover for Valentine's today. I can't remember which one, whether it was Two Face or Nice. I can't remember which one of them. Bought her a car for Valentine's. For me, if you buy me for a birthday, okay, but I don't know. I personally think it's over commercialized in regards to the roses. I like receiving, don't get me wrong. You can buy me the whole shop. I like receiving. But I feel that it can be that. I feel that we can spend that day I like companionship. I like, let's watch a movie, cook a dinner, candlelight, sit in front, watch a movie, eat the popcorn, drink a bit of wine. I like that. But the bigger the bunch of roses, to buy a car, I just feel it is over
You know what,
commercialized.
D? Yeah, this is
Tyler, what's your views on this?
I think, yeah, what the problem is it's the expectation. It's where you start. Yeah, if you now, example, you buy a car for your missus or your husband, whoever it is, on Valentine's Day, what are you gonna do next year? Do you know what I mean? Because if you've made such a big thing of that day, 14th of February, bam, I'm gonna buy you a car. Next year comes around now, and I'm not saying that the person's now gonna expect something bigger, but because you made such a thing of it that last year, I feel like now you're expected to now either top it or do something else.
I think for the next year he'll
Gesture.
probably fake an illness or something. He might be, I don't know, in
No,
hospital.
buy out the whole shopping.
Fun.
Yeah.
Because
Tyler,
you hear about those men that when it's nearing Valentine's, they start trying to either pick a fight with their other half, or they fake an illness, or and this is a big deal. Like they would have got people involved, like to make it legit.
I don't think that's correct though. Maybe that's just social media, people doing for gram. I don't think people will do that. Fake
I've
an
heard
illness.
stories.
Nah,
I've heard real life stories from
far-fetched.
people
That's
saying
far-fetched. What?
this.
There are people that start hunting for Christmas in order to find somebody to be a Valentine. Then they break up and live life and do whatever. Then they start hunting again at Christmas in order to find somebody for Valentine's, because they want to receive a gift or a card or something to say, oh, look at me, I have card. I have this. It is, but some people do that. But it was also because I know, as I said, it's over commercialized, but that's also a financial thing, because people are spending money in order to buy the flowers. I like the whole engagement on Valentine's Day. I think
No,
that's
I
one of the most
don't. I
romantic
think it's
gestures somebody
cheesy.
can give.
No.
It's cheesy. It's corny. It's just so cliche. It's the same as getting engaged on Christmas Day or New Year's Eve or any other holiday. Just do it when the person is not, because it's like sometimes I see all this like surprise engagements and I always wonder, oh, and look, the girl just happened to have her nails done. She just happened to be dressed up. It's like,
well, whatever happened to?
Oh no, but those are
private though.
staged.
Whatever happened to just do your own business somewhere?
Yeah.
Why get people
like that.
involved?
yeah, why does it have to be like a thing?
Look, I never engaged. I don't remember asking my wife whether she wanted to marry me. But look, man, I'm not boasting. We've been together since 2005. See, I didn't do. If I tell you about my wedding, I went to my wedding. We walked to the church. I invited 3 people, and on the card I said ROSVP, no reception after wedding. That was it. And when we finished, I said, let's walk home. We were walking home. It cost me I think the money I gave to the Church of England. That's all it cost me. And they said, oh, you want music? You want this? It will cost more. I said, nada, no music. It was silent and quiet.
But was your wife okay with it? If she was okay with it, that's fine.
Why would she be okay? And when we started going home, our friend said, come on, man, don't let her walk. I'm like, we live 5 minutes away. And she forced me to get a cab. While we were going home, we walked into Summerfeed. You remember Summerfeed, the supermarket?
Yes.
And we got a pack of beers and got a few bottles of other stuff. And we went over with 2 or 3 people and we just drank to the stupor, and that was it.
Dude, I like that. And since then,
that's my life.
Right? Since then, you've grown and you do more things now. You know what I mean? So I can respect
We're trying to build homes, not build castles on social media. You see what I mean?
I respect that.
That's exactly what it is.
I couldn't do it personally.
Each to their own. Each to their own, though.
Yeah.
Tyler, you touched on the expectations. It's what matters about the expectation. I've seen a lot today on social media where some lady I know who she makes shoes. She's a shoemaker. I haven't met this person in person, but I saw her products online and I thought, doing this in Nigeria, this is great. I'm going to sponsor your business. And I got involved, and she sent me shoes from Nigeria. They stay in the box more than 2 years now. They were so good, I had to support our business. And she put on her page today that I'm very lonely, I don't have a VAR. I'm like, why would she do that? This is somebody that I look up to. Though she's a very young woman, I look up to her a lot because she's so industrious. And I've tried to link her with some top people in Nigeria so they could sponsor our business and see that this is somebody we should celebrate. Then I have a cousin, another sister, another female cousin this time, who wrote on her page, don't go out and give out your flower today. stay away from the pressure and keep your flower is good. I'm like, all of this talk is too much. It's not about giving out your flower on Valentine's Day. There's nothing special about that day. It's a February 14th day. It's simple as that.
It's an evolution of social media yet again, because people go on there to put all their gifts and whatever on there. Like if they're parading stuff and you're the kind of person that you allow social media to kind of like, if affect you quite badly, then that's what would make the loneliness bigger or louder on that particular day. Because people equate Valentine's to love between a man and a woman in a romantic sense, as opposed to just love for your friends, your family. It's like the meaning has been lost over time due to, again, as Tyler said, commercialization.
And also, with the social media side, what it does as well, I think, because I admit this happened to me today, right? I'm looking on my social media, I'm seeing a lot of my friends, a lot of people I follow posting pictures with their loved ones, whether it's their girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever it is. I haven't posted a photo today of my wife or my daughter. I don't post a publicly.
I haven't either. No.
But when I see that, it almost makes me feel like, oh my gosh, should I be posting a photo of my wife?
I need to do something.
I need to show. I need to show the world that I love her. No,
don't need to do anything. No. You don't need to do it. If you need to see what my husband looks like, call him.
Call me. Exactly. See, I don't know. I've been doing a 28 days of gratefulness, gratitude through February, because February is the month of having my daughter. And today I chose love, but not only love to my husband, but love to everyone. Love to my family, to my friends, just general love to everyone. But Jude mentioned something about it being a Christian holiday. The Feast of St. Valentine's. I'm a Catholic, the Feast of St. Valentine's. It's actually merged with the pagan holiday. It's about love and just caring for others. So there's more to it. It's about, we always talk about giving and receiving, but I don't think it was meant to be as big a thing as we've made it. So it's over commercialized. It has been. But there are talks of some people choosing not to celebrate on the 14th of February and some choosing to celebrate on the 15th. As we're aware that some shops reduce the price on some of their items, because at that point you can buy what you want and buy it at a cheaper price. Jude, you're laughing. How do you feel about
that? Again, it's personal choices. If it goes back to what Tyler was saying, you feel that pressure to want to be a part of the crowd. So these people, if they've made that conscious decision, say, you know what? I can't afford a rose on the 14th because it's too expensive. Let's wait. Actually, I saw someone yesterday when I was going out for my walk outside a co-op. I saw the lady, she was squat down and in the dark and she was picking up stuff. So I went closer and I saw loads of flower, loads of what you call roses and all of that stuff. And I thought maybe she fell or she needed help. But when I got closer, I saw that these were bargain prices. They just chalked them out. So she was picking whatever one she wanted from it. So you see, so it's a personal choice if you want to wait on the 15th and still want to be part of the whole celebration, but you don't have money, you don't want to break the bank for it. It's great. That's what we got. We have Boxing Day, which wasn't meant to go buy bargain products, but they turned it into buying bargain products and giving gifts. So it's fine. It's your personal choice. Like I said, I gave nothing out and I received nada, which was perfectly okay. I don't feel that pressure. I don't go with that pressure of things. Maybe it's again because of the way I grew up, thrift way and so to speak in relative poverty. Maybe that's what. That's the way why I think the way I think. But again, G mentioned something back in Nigeria. I remember when she brought back that memory. It wasn't about gifts. Though a few ladies and guys put their back on the floor because of shortbread, but it was more of a haunting trail. Like, who gave me this gift? Who gave me that? You were out looking for who gave me that and who gave me that, because it was anonymous. That was the fun in it. I remember quite all right now. We did that in secondary school. You send the gift and you don't put your name and they start looking for clues.
Exactly. That's how we knew it. But for Valentine's,
what's your opinion? Sorry, Tyler, I know, Tyler, you're in between saying something. I'll let Tyler, off you go, sorry.
No, just a quick one on the back of that. When you said about people buying on the 15th and say like the Boxing Day thing, I think I'm not offending anyone here, but I think that's kind of foolish as well, right? Because the whole point is, I don't want to spend a lot of money on the 14th because they're overpriced thing. But then you go the next day and still spend money, even though you're getting it a bit cheaper. You're still essentially spending money. You're still being ripped off because it's not that much cheaper at the end of the day. So I'd rather
you're getting ripped off this little as compared to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have our viewers who are tuned in and watching us at the moment, and I just wanted to say hello to them all. So hi.
Happy Valentine's Day, y'all.
Happy Valentine's Day, and thank you for sharing the long spending time with us. But we are going to ask you if you could please just hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notification, and like our videos. Okay, so hit the subscribe, hit the like, so you get the notifications, and then also hit the like. And what I'm going to say now, and this goes to G. Now, G, I know that you said that you received nada and you didn't give nada. But if you were, who do you think should be the person to sort of plan a Valentine's date? So do you think it should be the man or the woman?
I think, okay, me personally, and this is something that I think I put in my, I don't know, resolutions, something. I am not romantic at all.
At all.
And I said to myself, this year I'll be Queen Romantics. But
how are you getting on with that?
I have not started. I have not started. I am not romantic at all. And when I watch like people being romantic, even if it's a woman being romantic, I just look at it and I just feel completely indifferent. I'm like, okay, good for you. But I'm the kind of person that I appreciate all the like little things my husband does. That is nothing to do with Valentine's Day. Just little things like, okay, you know, he makes food. I don't want to call him a caterer. It's not a caterer, but he makes food and stuff, and he would leave me a little bit in the microwave, and you know, just little things like things that I like. He'll make it for me and things I like. Yeah. So for me, there are times when I'm like, I mean, I could do more. So I think maybe 2 weeks ago, I started thinking I should plan something romantic for Valentine's Day or the day before Valentine's or the day after, because I knew we're doing the show, so it can't be tonight. So I had the idea 2 weeks ago, and then life happened, and then it just kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. So I think, especially in the marriage, the romanticization of it all, I don't know what the word is, should be an equal people job. So like one thing I'd say is like, okay, you plan this half, I plan that half or something, or okay, we're gonna have to make it equal. Let's have this is just the ideas I was having. Let's have our Valentine's Day is going to be this date and this day. So you do yours this day and then you do yours this day, that sort of thing. Because then there's not that pressure on the day, like, oh my God, the day. I mean, I did do something romantic today, but I don't think it went anywhere.
What was it?
So,
I'm
not telling you. No. It's such a naff thing that even when I did, I was thinking, what are you doing? But
we need to know, man. You can't leave us all hanging like that. Come on.
It's so not romantic at all.
You said it was romantic. You just said you did something romantic.
You don't know.
In my mind, it is.
Yeah, so let us know. We'll be the judge.
Yeah, we'll be the judge. Come on, spill.
Yeah, now we want to hear.
Oh God, I'm wearing matching brown pants.
We're all ears.
That's it.
Hey.
That's it.
Victoria's Secret or
no?
Okay.
My normal brand, no name. M&S. As in, and when I was thinking, oh God, but it's like it's neither here nor there. It's like I'm wearing clothes, so.
I think it matters. I think it matters a lot, though.
No, but when I was doing it, I felt silly. Like, what are you doing?
No. Don't feel silly. You made an effort. You made an effort. sometimes
Like
yeah,
me,
us
like
men,
me. You
us
see,
men are
I
not.
made an
It's not
effort.
that hard to please us sometimes. Just a little matching underwear and that, and that's cool, man. We're
Do you
cool for
know?
like.
And the reason why I didn't want to say anything
Tyler,
before
speak for
is
yourself. Speak for yourself.
my husband's watching, so this is the first he would know about this whole matching undies thing.
Uh-oh.
I haven't
Going to have fun
I told
tonight.
you we haven't done Valentine's because he's been busy doing orders for food and stuff. So he's tired, just chilling. So it couldn't be less romantic as a night in terms of tiredness and everything else. But I do need to be more. Watch this space. By the end of this year, I'll be one of those
Yeah.
She'll be
extra
writing
people.
poetry.
I'll be
She'll be writing
reciting the poetry. I'll be doing is it flash dance? What do they call it? Flash mob. You know when they just start dancing ahead, you see me do
Viewers, we're gonna have an evening with G. Poetry recited. Love and romance.
I can
Coming
tell
your
you,
way.
I'll
We've got that coming.
I'll probably be the first one to leave that show.
Tyler. So
Yes.
Tyler, in regards to, so I'm going to ask you the same question in regards to, because G's already given her opinion. She thinks possibly both. In regards to who is to plan Valentine's Day. So, what's your opinion? Should it be the man, the woman, and what are your views on that?
Well, I agree in a way that it should be both because at the end of the day, you're both in a relationship. So why should it be one party being
Exactly.
more, giving more?
Yeah.
It should be both. Something that I heard earlier on, and it was about people being lazy. And I have to admit, because when I went to the shop today to get some food, I had to queue outside and all this kind of stuff. And I was thinking to myself, if I had come here like a couple of days ago, I wouldn't have had to queue right now because the hype. So I think it's down to laziness as well, not intentionally. Like you said, life happens, and you just time runs out and whatever. But what I'm going to say as a man is that I feel that sometimes men are always expected to take the lead on romantic things when it comes to dates and whatever. But I feel that women too do need to step up sometimes and, take the lead on, okay, we're doing this. Not even, I'm not talking about gifts.
I think if my husband was romantic, like the standard, whatever romantic is, I would feel more inclined to be like, okay, come on now. Chick, do something, when it's that thing of, let's say you walk in, your partner's tidying up, you feel inclined to join in and tidy. It was just an instinct. So I think if my husband was one of those flat out romantics that did things like D with the breakfast on Saturdays, I hope my husband saw that bit.
I hear you.
I'll take once a month, just cup of tea, forget breakfast, cup of tea on the Saturday morning once a month. Yes,
I hear you. Okay. Yeah. I hear you, but I slightly think that's a wrong way of thinking, though, because you can't rest on them. What's the word? Rest on them morals? How do you say it? I don't know.
Laurels.
Yeah, laurels. Yeah. Sorry, not morals, laurels. Because I'm not talking about you personally now. I'm just talking about anyone, right? If I rest on the fact that it's only when she's gonna be romantic, or if she's romantic. If now someone else comes along from the outside and they're now romantic to me, or a guy is now romantic to her, or shows them something different and they like it. That's when problems start creeping in. So it's like
no, but from the start, you should know what the other person likes anyway. And I'm talking from a place of marriage.
Yeah,
when
but
you change to somebody, you know what they. I guess this is where communication comes in, and this is something that again I'm planning on working on for myself and my household this year. I'm not very good at communicating sometimes with my husband. I have had debates, arguments. I've won and I've lost many arguments in my head by myself because I've preempted what the other person is thinking. I've not opened my mouth to say anything. All I've done is stare at him for 5 minutes and I've already had a war, battle, everything in my head. And then he'll look at me and go, baby, okay, be like, yeah, fine. But, so communication again, when things change, I might wake up tomorrow and say I want flowers every weekend. I don't know.
But
then I have to tell him.
Someone doing something romantic, it shouldn't be an issue, should it? If you two have never been romantic together, and then all of a sudden your husband now decides he wants to start just being romantic, you shouldn't really have an issue with that, should you? You should be.
He was romantic in the wooing stage. I'm not saying hunting again, Jude.
Hunting is fine.
He was more romantical then.
Yeah, that's
in the wooing.
But I think
romantic.
because for me, it's the little things. Like my husband does shift work, so it could be that I wake up and I get a good morning, sweetheart, and I think that's romantic. So I'm not talking about huge gestures. I'm talking about the little things. The little things like, oh, I've put this away for you, or things that he could have just left. And I think those are the little things that I find to be romantic. I find that somebody that's showing me love, showing me care, and he does it without even, he doesn't think twice. It's just his love for me. And I sort of do the same. So it'll be, babes, how are you? And I'll send that I love you at the end of it, sort of how's his day going? And it just bounces off all through the day. There are days that he takes a step more, for example, Valentine's, birthdays, Christmas. He does take it a step more, but it's what I'm used to. And I'm saying some people, I think for you, you don't really share, or you might do the little things. I'm sure I heard you say about little notes previously. Write a little letter.
Well, no, he would do little things around the house, or for me that I wouldn't like. I don't know. It's even just simple things like putting the towels where the towels need to go because they've sat in the laundry basket. For me, that's romance. Because if I haven't told you to do something, you've done it, and it's going to help me or benefit me or make me smile or make me happy. You know, like he sent me a message the other day, and he actually caught me looking at the message as I received it, and he saw my face and I was smiling, and it was a genuine smile because obviously I replied to the message. So, you know, it wasn't one of those things where, you know, how someone get a message, you're really tired, it's not really that funny, but you reply LOL anyway. It wasn't one of those times. I was genuinely laughing, you know. So there's little things that, and I think when you get busy, and we've got a toddler and he's got a side business and we've got proper jobs and stuff, it just gets, sometimes the romance feels like another chore you have to do. But like Dee said, if it's something that you're used to and it's just your natural way of doing stuff, is different. My husband and I, we had a long distance relationship before we got married. So that maybe that's what heightened the romanticalness of it all at the time. Because he would order flowers and stuff and it would be delivered to my office, and it's all the way in South Africa, I'm here, that kind of stuff. So it was different then. But when you're kind of like together and life is just kind of going on, and you have to understand there's a pandemic on as well. So you're just like, you know what, we're alive, thank God, I love you. And saying we love each other, that one's standard. That's not a problem, you know. If I need a hug, I'll go bother him for a hug, that kind of stuff. So I think it just depends on what, like you said, Dee, what you're used to and what's normal for you. If my husband started being romantic, not just today, on any day, I bet you any money, I'd be like, what did you do? What have you done? Are they coming to the house?
See, why women shouldn't think like that. Women shouldn't think like that.
Because because it'll be out of character.
Out of character.
It's not something he does now. The first thing is, what have you done? Is something broken? Did something happen? My mind would just go straight to all of those. Like before I've even thought.
He's mixing it up. He wants to
no, I wouldn't think that at all. That's what I'm saying. But if it's something I'm used to, obviously it will take me time to get used to it. But I think being Niger to the core, I'm naturally suspicious.
Yeah, but men, I wouldn't think like that though. If my wife all of a sudden now wanted to start being extra romantic, and then when I come home,
I can bet you any money my husband will be suspicious. He would literally say to me, okay, what's happened? What do I need to sit down to listen to, or what have I done? It's the first thing he would say.
Okay, so this is to our viewers. You're probably aware all of us on this panel are married, but at one point we would have been out there dating, hunting, wooing, or being wooed. Tyler's showing off his ring. Yeah. But I've got a question. This question actually goes to our viewers as well as the panelists. And it's the question of, when you're dating, would you go out on a first date on Valentine's Day?
No way.
So would you go on a first date on Valentine's Day?
No, that's crazy.
No, I am busy.
Okay, Tyler, why not?
Busy.
Because I don't want to be sitting in a restaurant like fully packed with other people looking around. That awkwardness of being like, hey, and you know, other people are looking at you. They know you're on your first date. Oh, it's just cringe, man. Leave it.
No. I'd rather be washing shaki.
Jude?
But I don't know. Having said that, though, I'm gonna drop a bombshell. Yeah. First time I had sex was on a Valentine's Day.
Okay, yay!
And oh my gosh, my
Were there
daughter's laughing
fireworks?
downstairs.
Was
Oh
it
boy,
different?
she'll know her father is a lame guy right now.
No,
Very
no, no.
lame
There's
dude.
nothing lame about it. Was
No,
it different?
Anyway,
Was
nothing.
it different?
but the lady, I don't know wherever she is in this part on the face of the earth. She never knew it was my first time, and we did it. I walked away and I was kind of happy all throughout the night. And a few of my friends were like, "Why is this dude happy?" And they didn't know why. They didn't know why because I broke a taboo on that day. I was way
Are you not
past.
meant to have sex on the day?
No, what I meant was, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't have sex until past 20s, so it was. It
There's
was
Nothing wrong with
nothing
that,
wrong
bro.
with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
huh?
There's nothing wrong with that
Wow.
at
Nothing wrong with that.
all.
Yeah, but no, but growing up, when
Nothing
I was
wrong with
growing
that
up with the
at
guys
all.
I was growing up with, man, come on, man, there was something seriously wrong with that. So, so
Really?
it wasn't like a date because you can't call that date back home in Nigeria. You needed to have money to have a date. It was a shortbread generation. I saw you could if you were able to afford shortbread, then you have a girlfriend. When I came to that when I
Oh
came to England, I walked into Lidl. I saw shortbread was like 20p. I was like, people were getting late for 20p. What the hell? Yeah, look. Well, having said that, though, to answer your question, though, like Tyler said, we're very busy. G, you've said it. D, you've said it. We're very busy. Life creeps in. So if people make it a day that they put a break, it's very good to have that. Because if you don't
yeah,
have that, you will never. That's why we have those
yeah,
dates, birthdays, and all that. You have to put a
yeah,
stop to something. So
yeah,
if
yeah.
if the couple, or whether they were singles, they were dating, and they decided and say, you know what, that's the day they've dedicated for that sort of stuff. Why don't we have that? Because we have a reason to do it. And I think it's very, very valid if you wanted to do it. I don't see anything wrong with it. But I don't do those sort of things because I see every day as just the same for me. But if it was what people agreed to, it's great, it's fine. But Tyler is right. You don't want to be packed up in some place.
No,
You
And
can.
everybody else is
absolutely
all loved
not.
up, and you're just trying to figure out each other. So I like you like
No, no.
no,
And
not for
then
a
you see
first
somebody
date.
go on their knees and try to put some
Oh gosh, that's the
like this
worst one.
Onis that's like 250,000
Oh,
pounds now. Somebody giving somebody else. You feel so small when you're bringing out something
it's
from
just,
Primark. You don't want to be sitting
it's
next
so
to me with
bad.
this, innit?
You
It's
know,
I
yeah,
learned
terrible.
I think that
go
guys,
on, Tyler.
I think some guys feel that women are impressed by that if they take them out on Valentine's Day. Because some women, I believe, genuinely are. Some women really want to be spoiled rotten on Valentine's Day. I think that's their like most special day, like for some reason, because it's about showing up and showing off. So, so it's that
Exactly.
preference.
You've hit the nail on the head. They like to show off. They want to show off. So for them, that's what they want. They want to. I know people that have sent themselves gifts and roses and flowers and claim is, oh, babes, you shouldn't have. There's no babes anyway. It's just they've sent it to themselves. But because they want to show out, like to show everyone that, oh, look, you single people, And I think it's because Valentine's has been designed in a way to make single people feel bad, which I don't understand. Like,
You know what?
that song, that Nigerian song, Valentine is coming. Where's your boyfriend?
Where's your boyfriend?
It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh. But
Don't leave.
when you think about the
So
lyrics, it's like,
why
come on.
wasn't the song asking where's your girlfriend?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's meant to be a song from those dirty rich old men. That's all of a sudden, because Valentine is coming now, you want to grieve for them, sort of thing. I think. I don't know. But the song makes me laugh because of how it's sung. But
if you look at the
singles.
whole thing though, there's a reason I asked why the song didn't say what's your girlfriend.
Girlfriend, yeah.
It goes back to the basic. I don't want to be too biological here. The hunting thing. That's how the male being is structured. The woman is there for the wooing or the hunting. The woman has all power to refuse and reject. The man don't have that. That's how biologically we're created. The man don't reject. That's why you've heard those expressions that, oh, that man will fall for anything under the skirt. Because that's the way the man was created as human. Trust me, go read your biology textbooks. It's there. The woman this is the same with animals and crabs and all of that thing. The woman sits in her throne. She's a queen. The man comes and woo and hunt. And that woman can refuse and say, I don't really like this one. So they select and pick, and that man goes away. And that's the same when we say when the man meets a woman the first time, because of the way he's created, he goes, I like what I see. That's where he ends. And it says, if he's the active guy, he wants to go speak to that person. But the woman, the way biologically they're created, they think deeper than us the first time. They go, he's handsome, but what has he got packing? I don't mean packing on the other side. I mean, what has he got behind all of this?
That's true. It's very important.
Can this one hold me when I fall? Can this one really protect me? Can this one give me the shelter? And when she probes further and see that, oh, this one is nothing. It's just this designer's clothes. That's it. Then she rejects. But the man, we go with just a stuffed wallet filled with condoms, just to tell people that my wallet is stuffed. They think it's money. And that's all we've got.
So is that what is in men's wallets?
A lot of them. Because they're hunters. They hunt. But the woman is just sitting there pretty. You come hunt, and she can refuse and reject you. So you can see why those songs are like that. And those big, dirty, rich, filthy old men you just spoke about, that's why they don't do much. All they do is just flaunt their money. I can buy you a Range Rover. I can do that. I can take you to Santorini, Greece. We can go have kebab in Turkey, those sort of stuff. That's the wooing, that's the hunting. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes.
I almost fell for one of those ones in my single days, and then I kind of slapped myself into reality.
I learned a new word. I learned a new word on Friday, and it was called Galentines.
What do you mean you just learnt it?
I did not know.
I never heard it.
Galentine, G-A-L,
I did not know,
so it's for
that's
girls.
the thing, is Galentine.
And I think it's stupid.
So I joined
on.
I joined on. It was a Galentine's karaoke. So it was a bunch of females. I'm part of this thing called, I joined them, called the Curvy Catwalk. So it's for women to just embrace themselves, all sizes, just to fully just embrace it. And it was us meeting up and we were singing along. And I felt that was so empowering. I think the question is Valentine's Day only for lovers? Is it only for boyfriend and girlfriend, or is it only for husband and wife?
No.
No, it's not for only.
It's for everyone. And I think I mentioned that before.
You can hug a transformer if you want to.
It's oh God. It's for all types of love. It's to show love to. I know co-workers that exchange Valentine cards. It's just to show love to not just humans, your dogs, your cats, your pet fish, whatever it is. The Galentine thing, I kind of get it when it first started, when it was first a thing. I understood it because it's mainly, let's be honest, single girls that come together and they're like, okay, we don't need no man, yada yada yada. We're going out too. And then over time, I know sometime like maybe last year, the year before, these girls would go out to the restaurant, the same restaurant that couples would go to, and then they would try to, from the ones I've seen, though, nobody come for me, they would try and make so much noise that, oh, we don't need a man, we're here by ourselves, we're happy single. You're gonna go home and cry into your pillow. But it's like, don't make it a thing. Just go out.
But don't try and make
it into a thing.
I disagree.
I agree.
It might be the group of girls you've come across, because as I said, these group of girls, because I joined in and it was very empowering. It's not that they're sitting there saying, oh, I don't need a man. It's more of, well, this is my situation.
No, but the group you were in, the group you were in existed before Valentine's, right? The group you were in, it exists anyway. That one's different. I'm talking about the ones that go out specifically on Valentine's Day to make noise.
It's the same thing. Whether you sit in your house as a group of girls and want to call it anything, you want to call it empowerment in whatever color or form or shape, and we have a Valentine already, and you're saying you're taking back power. It's all rubbish. It's all tokenism. Let me land. Whether they're there, they're not cussing on people, they're not cussing on couples, they're not cussing on any other people. It's just the whole bitterness of, this is it, this is our life. We're singles. Come on, man. This is
No,
how it
but
costs too
that's
many.
not
No,
what
no, it
they're
is what
saying.
it
But
is.
that's not what it
That's
is.
not what
So
they're
what do you want me to
saying.
do? I don't do Valentine. Do
No,
Valentine? Do you want me to
what
then
they're
start up a
saying
group?
is,
What
what
are they
they're saying
saying?
is,
What are they
okay,
saying?
couples are enjoying, they're
Uh-huh.
doing their romantic thing.
Uh-huh.
So rather
Uh-huh.
than, it's that whole, like you said, that woman that said, you said earlier, there was a woman that put out the note saying, oh, I have no vow. And she had trying to make people
It
have
was
that
sad,
picture.
yeah.
So they'll go
Yeah.
hunt her and bring her out.
No, but these girls are not
No.
saying that they're going out to be hunted. What they're saying is, you know what? I love my friends, so we're going to do our hair.
Why do you need
We're going
February
to have a
14th
campus
to tell you
session.
you have to do your hair and you have to
But they
love your
don't
friends?
just do
Jude,
it on
Jude, that's what
February
I'm
14th.
saying.
No. That's wrong. That's the problem
No,
with
but
us humans.
they
No.
don't.
I disagree with that. I don't like it. You know why? That lady who I mentioned before, if I want to reach out to her, I won't be reaching out to her. Oh, do you know there's a Galentine group there? People like you, they know. I'll be
No,
saying to her,
It's
darling,
not a
it
group.
doesn't
No,
matter.
but Jude,
It's not a group
they're
like that.
not. They celebrate that day. They're a group in general, as in they
Yeah.
empower
It's
women
just
to
it's
be body
yeah.
positive. They're around. They've been around for years, but they choose
The
specific
group is
days in the
different to
year
the
to do
Galentine, yeah.
certain things. Galentine's is just a
Mm.
name that they use for that day in regards to
That's fine.
girls
What I'm trying to
celebrating
say, what
You know
I'm
Valentine's.
trying
what?
to say, sometimes, yeah, try saying nobody's against you. Try saying you're trying to take power back in itself. It's conflict in itself. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. It is conflict in itself. You see, there's so many groups on Instagram and all of that. And so we're taking power with this,
Yeah,
with
but
that,
if
with that.
it's
It's all just emptiness. They're just celebrating emptiness. I don't get it. Get on with your life, for Christ's sake.
You
That's
know
what
no,
I'm
what?
but
Yeah.
saying.
if
But
that's
that
what
is what
making them
they're
feel
doing.
Let me
better,
jump
yeah,
in.
exactly. They're getting on with
That is
it.
what they're doing. They're
And they're
getting
just
on with
talking
their
Come on.
about
life.
it.
They're doing
Come
it with
Let
on.
me
their
jump in.
friends.
Let me
You,
jump
Really?
in.
Jude, don't have to listen to them or what they say. I'm all
I'm
for
not
female
listening to them.
empowerment. Don't get me wrong.
I never
Exactly.
listened to that. I don't
But
know them. I just
it
found out
almost
today.
seems, no. Galentine is just a word
Word.
that women that choose to go out as a group of women
Course,
on Valentine's Day,
Valentine's
that's what
Day.
they call
Yeah.
it. So Galentine is not a new movement. It's not a new hashtag. No,
Let me
Oh
jump
yeah,
it's
in.
yeah.
just a
Of course, it will
thing.
get there. It will
It's
be
just
there soon. Don't worry.
a thing that it's not new, by the way.
I know what I'm
They just
talking
found
about.
out, but it's not new. So, but the female empowerment thing, which is a completely different thing, which we can have a conversation about another day.
Another
But I
day.
can tell you right now, I am a feminist, and most of what you said there, I'll challenge you, but not today.
But
Today
that's
is the day
fine.
of love.
We're up for
Let's keep it
discussion.
as
That's
love.
good. That's good. We're up for
Let's keep it
discussion.
Tyler, you
love.
wanted to say
Yeah,
something.
let me jump in. Do you know what? I like the original question you said about should it be for couples or not? Whatever. It should be for everyone, regardless,
Everyone.
single, not single, whatever. Everyone should have someone to love in life or not, whatever. If not, there's people that talk about loving yourself. That's another thing, right? I don't have any issue with the Galentine thing, whatever. I do have an issue if they're then meeting up and slagging off like, oh, because then why are you even
That's the thing
celebrating?
that I think
But
is wrong.
the thing that
Yeah.
I do have a problem with, the self-love thing, is this happens men and women. So I'm not just digging at women here. Men do it as well. You're single, right? Which is fine. You obviously don't have a Valentine, which is fine. But then on Valentine's Day, you choose to post a picture of yourself topless as a man, showing your chest, or as a woman half naked. Why are you doing that on that day?
Even I'm thinking, why?
Because what is it? Are you selling yourself on that day to now quickly get a date or something? Like that's the thing that I think is a bit cringe. Like if you're single, be single, love yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't put yourself on sale now just because you're single. Don't do that.
It goes back to the thing of this is just one day that somebody somewhere has made into this commercial thing, has made into this thing that's bigger than it should be, because like we all agree, every day should be some sort of Valentine's Day anyway. You should show love every day anyway.
Yes.
But it's when you start trying Valentine. I'm sure the men are going to come up with something, because obviously with everything that women try and do, some man's going to come and try and do something else.
You've just got to my point. This is exactly what I'm saying.
I was agreeing with you.
I know you were. It's just come to why I say, why there's so many divisions, man? I'm not against you. You're not against me. If the system is, challenge the system. Yeah. But all of this, we not set up a new squad. I set up my new squad. You want to set up a new squad? For Christ's sake, man.
I think as human beings,
come on,
as
man.
human beings in general, we like to have a sense of belonging to something. So if setting up a new squad or whatever on any day, not just Valentine's, on any day, is going to make them feel better about where they are, fine. You do you. I don't need to know about, but just don't stop trying to make it into a thing. Like Galentine, the first time I heard the word, I thought, what is this? And I thought, not another thing, but if you want to do, because women, we go, even obviously before the pandemic, we go out anyway, we go have dinner, single, married, what, we all go out and we have girls' night out. That's already a thing. So what is Galentine? So I'm like, whenever I see them, I'm just like, oh,
if these women were looking to stay single and remain single forever and eternity, is a different game. It's not
called a convent. That's called a convent.
Exactly. So if you're single at the moment, and you're looking to get hooked sometime later in life, you should have been part of that. If you were looking to be single forever, eternity, the convent, they could come out and say, we're singles, we're not looking to marry, like the monks or the priests or wherever.
Yeah, or the nuns, yeah.
You're not looking at that. So why are you looking so down on yourself, like, oh, come on, it's 14 again, let's go out and do this, or let's not go out and do this, let's gang around.
No, they go out and they're happy. But I think most from the ones I've seen is a forced happiness, is a forced, I'm okay.
That's
and you're like, come
on. That's the word I was looking for, the fourth one.
No, but I think it depends on the group. So as G, that's why I came in on G. I think it depends on the group. If they're going out there to say, we are single, we don't need a man, blah, blah, blah. I'm not for that. There are women that we know are single on Valentine's Day.
And they don't need
For example, I spent the day with some friends. Well, we went out to the park with some friends who aren't married, single. And it was a case of, okay, happy Valentine's. We spent some time together. And then afterwards, I came home. It's a case of, if you choose, I don't know, for Valentine's Day, I think there's nothing wrong with you saying, well, you're single, I'm single, let's spend some time together and do each other's hair, nails. It's not a pity party and it's just, let's spend time together with somebody that we love. That's how I see it. I don't know. I think, Jude, you might be seeing it in a different way, but I just think there's nothing wrong with spending Valentine's with your friends.
I'm just saying that's how witchcraft started. Anyway.
No.
I'm joking.
No. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's definitely nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with spending that time with your friend.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
But you do that. The point I'm trying to make is you do that every day. So why on the 14th you want to bring all of that hassles to yourself? Because people get this is what I'm saying.
Why do we go out for dinners?
I'm trying to avoid.
Why do we do roses?
No, that's why I don't do it. I'm trying to avoid disappointment. Tyler talked about expectations. This is the point. If I give you a rose today, look, I don't do anniversaries. I don't do birthdays. My wife knows. I don't do any of. Oh, I'm not joking.
What's the matter? Why not? Not even for your kids.
I told you before. Oh, my kids don't do birthdays.
Are you Jehovah's Witness?
I would have loved to be. My kids don't celebrate
because
parties.
I know they don't celebrate.
Listen to me. The reason I'm saying this, it's part of my nurture and nature. It's all bringing. It's part of all of that stuff. Yeah. And I don't like to be disappointed. Bro, I don't like to be disappointed, and I don't want to disappoint people. I know humans. I know how sometimes humans can be very, very fragile. I've known these things, and I've been disappointed. I don't want that. I don't want to give you a rose today, and I forget tomorrow, oh, honey, you didn't know it was our anniversary, and trouble starts from there. Look, I've seen people go holidays to America, and they forget something, and the whole marriage just crashed. This is my life. I'm not saying you must take on my life. I'm just saying, forget about those expectations. Don't get disappointed. What if tomorrow your single friend don't turn up? Because before she was coming, she saw a hunter who just wooed her off her feet. Now you're disappointed. This is what I'm trying. This is life. It happens.
You'll be happy for her that she's found a man.
Friendship. They would work.
Exactly.
Dude, I hear you.
I'm not talking about just two random females. I'm talking about
these are friends.
It's definitely not. Yeah. Of course, not random females.
As a friend, if my friend turned around and said,
Sorry, Tyler. Go on. Sorry.
Hey, you know when you said there's one thing you said about it's your upbringing and stuff like that. And what I'm gonna say here is that just because your upbringing was a certain way, it doesn't mean now that your children, your family, whatever, should have that same upbringing. Like you nurture and nature, Tyler. Look, when I go to my GP and the GP says, "What do you eat?" And I tell them, he said, you have this, you have diabetes type 2, for example. And they said, tell your kids to start watching what they eat. This is nurture for me. What I've learned is what I will transfer. We don't do Christmas. I'm not Jehovah's Witness. I've told my kids don't expect that. I'm managing expectations and disappointment. So when I don't do it tomorrow, because this is life, chaos comes.
I might not be able, I might not even remember to give you that rose. And you'll be like, this man has changed.
I think
I haven't changed. It's just me.
I think you're putting extra pressure on yourself by saying, if I don't do it tomorrow, we may not be here tomorrow. Live today.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, I'm living today. But bro, we're here tomorrow. We've been coming.
But you're basically saying you don't celebrate anything.
I celebrate life. It is life. I drink whiskey. I smoke cigar. That's celebration.
Oh,
I do it every day.
Can your kids do that too every day? Can your kids do that too?
Look, my kids are not lacking. They go everything they want.
No, but
I don't do it. I don't do it. That's just me. I'm not saying people should do it. I'm just saying that's how I manage expectations and disappointment, because I don't want to be disappointed. Tyler, you're right. It's all bringing, and I've been through that. But that's my life. That's my nature. That's my nurture, and I definitely will transfer that to my own children, because it's me.
Change it though. I think you should think less
you
about.
You can change it, and then give them the choice when they're older. Give them the choice when they're older to choose.
That's why I agree with you, Tyler, when you said earlier that you've changed your mindset. I like that, because this is life. Life is fluid. It goes. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? But I'm saying, for the time being, this is how I do my stuff. You know what I mean?
But one more thing, yeah. You know, the disappointment thing is, you may have had disappointment growing up because of, your upbringing. Yes. But I'm sure you're doing better than what your upbringing was, right?
Yes.
So you should see it as growth and development and progress. A lot of us live in this poverty mindset in terms of, like, because of what our upbringing was, we're gonna fall back into that. We've already surpassed our parents. So
you're right. But my talk I was talking, it's not about the poverty mindset. I will never fall back there, because I've done things, I've taken steps to develop myself. It's not about the poverty. This is different. It's psyche. It's not the material things I'm talking about. I'm talking about the psyche side of things. If you're a psychologist or something.
I don't understand how this got anything to do with celebrating a birthday. This is coming from someone that I celebrate any 31st of the month. I tell my son it's his mini birthday. So he has about 7 a year.
That's fine. That's very fine. It's valid.
So guys, today's Valentine's Day, and we can all say that we know that Jude does not celebrate Valentine's Day.
Or any day.
Love is all around within her and her husband. She celebrates it every day in their own little ways. They do this. Tyler has fallen to peer pressure. He's gone out and bought what he needs. But he loves his wife, and we know.
Peer pressure, Tyler.
we know that he does what he has to do to keep it right. But one thing I'm going to say is we're having to go through Valentine's Day through a pandemic, which is not what we all hoped for. It's not what we wanted. I know on a normal day, personally, we would have booked a restaurant and probably gone out for a meal, but we've ordered takeaway. So we're still sort of supporting the businesses out there, but at the same time, we're managing what we have at home. So this gets me thinking that Valentine's Day for this year, people probably reverted back to how things used to be before it became commercialized.
Yeah.
So things like creating a card or even making flowers. Maybe I can imagine some parents sitting out there with the children, creating little roses, making them, putting them together to form a bouquet. And so there'd have been a lot of skills and people being creative. I was just about to ask my panelists if any of them were creative throughout this Valentine's, but I'm sure we're all sitting there thinking, oh, they're all looking. Nah.
No. Creative for what? Did I not tell you what I did? I wore brown pants.
Well, we still got time.
Judy's like, I'm fine.
We still got time. We still got time. I can go do something if you want me to.
It's just nah, I'm not planning.
Wait. So Jude, who did you put the suit on for this evening?
Abby,
for the show.
And not your wife.
You want to see what I have on the bottom part?
No, thank you.
On the bottom part.
No, for the show. For the show. I did it for the show.
Your wife? Which one is for your wife? Which one is for your wife?
Nothing. Nada. She gave nothing. She gets nothing. She got this handsome dude. I'm not fine.
This is a different topic for another day. I think I have the topic for another day. Okay,
Tyler, you're not supporting your bro tonight, though. You're pulling my feet.
As you're very much aware, we are mixed feelings in regards to Valentine's Day on this panel. But I've had a blast with my fellow panelists today, speaking about what we think is yay in regards to how we think Valentine's should be celebrated, and the nay in regards to should it be celebrated? It should be all year round. I'm sure you all have your views. I'm sure you'll put it in the comments for us. If you could please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get the notification so you're told when next we're online live and when next we publish, we post anything. And if you could also hit the like. And I just wanted to say thank you for tuning in and listening and watching us today on This Is Us. And we will see you next time. So this is us, and we have arrived.
Bye.
Love yourself.
Don't take my word for it. Go celebrate.
Whatever, man. It's too late.
Love yourself, people.
I'm gonna start calling you Scrooge.
Look, I'm the life of every
Jude,
party.
Jude.
Trust me.
Jude,
Dude, I think whatever love I had for you before, it is evaporated.